10 minutes of stalling so I can run the one Twitch ad that I'm going to run like the entire stream because I'll forget. Well, we're gonna do that exact same song and dance again right now as we get into Corekeeper, a game that is sweeping the Steam store page early access. I've purchased like 2 early access games. Actually, I guess if we're not counting, Wobble Dogs is technically out. I was gonna say 3 early access games, but Wobble Dogs is actually out, so 2. I've been purchasing early access games recently, which is never a good idea for the most part, to be honest, because a lot of times they just don't get finished. But this game looked interesting to me. It appeals to my Terraria nature, with some vague other Stardew and Don't Starve-y kind of vibes. So, without further ado, let's pop right into Ligomania on Matt. There we go. I just prepared this before the stream because I was testing this the other day. And, I have like 1 piece of wood because I just hit this. But basically, I don't know anything about this game. Does it have controller support? It does. Should I play with a controller? Maybe. Let's give it a shot with the controller. I prefer to play with a controller when possible when streaming to avoid keyboard noise, which is a real issue. I will say it would probably be easier to play with a keyboard and mouse. In fact, let me switch between them. Make some torches. Can I place... I mean, it's on a grid, actually. It's not, like, crazy beneficial either way. Let's try to use a controller. Why not? We'll see how good the controller support is. Alright. So, yeah, I know nothing of this game. I just know that people seem to be enjoying it. And I've played maybe like a few minutes of it just to test it. Something I've already noticed, and you know what? There could be a skill, because if you look up here, there's like skills. And you know what? I'm gonna look through here real quick. Is there a dodge roll ability? After dodging an attack, running. I don't know. So I feel like this game needs a dodge roll. This is the game I wanted to see. This is the game I wanted to see. This is the game I wanted to see. The game. Oh god, just Saul Perry in the chat having a stroke. I assume you might know more than I do of this game. They really drop you. They really just drop you in here. So I saw these little like cores or whatever. These things. I need to keep them. Absolutely not. This game is Terraria. No, absolutely not. This game is Terraria. Okay, that is a bold claim, since Terraria is one of my favorite games, and a game I've played quite a bit of. There we go. Let's throw this down here. I do appreciate the Terraria... I mean, Stardew. People are saying Stardew. Is it just because you can farm? Because, like... I feel like, yeah, possibly don't starve. It is similar to all of the above. In ways, in superficial ways, but in meaningful ways as well. So I'm gonna mine somewhere. I'm gonna mind my own business. Joke number 1, complete. You get 3 jokes per stream. That's joke number 1. We're already in there. So, one thing I've noticed in this game, dare I say Pipe Dreams 3D. You dare to say. I didn't even know there was a 3D version of Pipe Dream. So, one thing you'll notice about this game is it's ridiculously dark. Like, you can't see anything. which is interesting, to say the least, in terms of, design. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing, because I haven't experienced enough of the game yet. All I know is I've noticed that it's like you cannot see like 1 inch in front of your face. Like, it is pitch darkness over here. So we chose the miner class. I mean, it's not really classes, we just chose like the mining starter. Just so I could mine. Alright, let's make a workbench. I'm using, maybe they started production on this game before brightness proved to be a popular game element. That's true. This game came out, like, this year, but maybe like, lighting is, like, a 2023 thing. Although, this game, I had a friend, try to play this, and the game is actually really resource intensive on your computer. Like, it doesn't run on, like low-end hardware, which is interesting. I think the lighting in this game is, like, killing people's frame rate. Okay, furnace. We need the classic furnace. Classic. We can make bridges, too. Let's make some bridges, because we might need them. Cool. So I have a furnace now. A classic game element for this kind of crafting simulation. This game is Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Well, it's dark and I'm definitely going to forget what I'm doing constantly, so there's elements of Amnesia and elements of darkness and dissenting. Oh wait, we need a cooking pot. We need a cookery pot. How do we make a cookery pot? Copper? Okay. Once we have enough copper, we'll have a cookery going. Because there's stamina in this game, if you looked at that. If you saw that, I can die of exhaustion. Well, actually, I don't know what happens if you get exhausted. I just assume you take damage. I also don't know if this game is, like, crazy permadeath. Wait, actually, I do know. There's an option at the beginning where it's, like, hardcore mode. You can turn on, like, permadeath. I did not choose that option, because I don't want to get hit by a boulder and die. Or something. Who knows? Who knows what lies in this game? It is exciting to go into a game like this without any, like, prior knowledge, but it's also one of those things where it's like, I'll probably make, like, classic rookie mistakes. Just, like, popping into, like, a game like a Terraria or, like, a Minecraft and just, like, having no idea what you're doing is cool, but at the same time opens you up to make some pretty bad mistakes. Okay, salvaging repair station. That sounds good. Armor and combat. Also useful. Cooking pot. Probably the move, sort of, right now. As to make mushroom cook. Can I split a stack? Letting the players make mistakes is bad game design. Yeah, you should be able to never make mistakes. I agree. With your fictitious hot take. Okay, I can hit things with food. That's kind of a good game. That's kind of a good mechanic. I can bash creatures in the head. Small cave creatures with food. Cans of food that I brought in. It's a wee bit dark in here. I gotta say, like, even Stardew is like this. Like, I'm managing the game with a controller right now. And there's nothing they can really do to make it more streamlined, I guess. I mean, maybe there is something. But, like, I always feel like I'm at a slight disadvantage using a controller just because it's way easier to click, like, 1 through 9 on a keyboard. Above statement collectively signed off by the Levelhead community. That's true. What you want to do in your Levelhead level, if you make a Levelhead level in Levelhead, what you want to do is make sure that there's no obstacles. You want to make sure that it's impossible to make a mistake. Well, actually, technically, isn't a Kaizo level... Isn't the modern, contemporary definition of a Kaizo level to basically play perfect every time? Don't make a mistake. Because Kaizo just means arranged, I believe. So it was like the original Kaizo concept was like, it's Mario, but just different, you know? It just happens to be really hard for no reason. And I wonder if modern... So, like, I have to assume that the original Kaizo... or at least I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure Mario World was the first Kaizo. That, like, the one you think of, like, the Mario World, like, Kaizo hack. Now, you have to assume, or at least I assume, that that game was specifically meant to be played with save states, because that was a very thing of the time. Like, save stating after, like, every thing. Like, I used to watch YouTube videos of people playing custom levels in Mario World, and they would just save state, like, or even just regular Mario World. You would just save state after, like, everything you would do. Alright. What is this? Oh, here's the garden. The gardening aspect. Okay. Glow for 1 minute. Food can be cooked. Alright, wait. Here we go. Do they have a system in which you can combine 2 foods that give you a different food buff? Glow tulip. Okay, that's the system? Okay, wait a minute. Yo, what's up, Cabbage? Alright, wait a second. Give me a hot second here. I'm taking 2 food items and combining them. Do I get a combined buff? Mushy tulip salad. Okay, they spent the time. Did they spend the time to make custom things? And you glow? Okay, wait a minute. This might be game of the year. This might be... I might changed my opinion. I didn't even have a bad opinion of this game. I just had a neutral opinion, but this might be game of the year. Move over Elden Ring. This, from what I'm seeing, just like right now in general, though, it just seems like there's a lot of potential here. And hopefully they don't destroy everything in a second when I continue playing it. Okay. So also, the drop-in, the fact that you can have drop-in multiplayer, like at any time with up to 8 people. Very cool. And like Terraria, the characters are separate from the world, so you can play on other people's worlds. So, very nice feature. This game is just like pole position. I agree that I agree that it's a game that is about as many similarities as it has to pole position. Any game is a racing game if you play it fast. Okay. Can I just plant this? No, I need a hoe. The classic conundrum. Okay, I want to get a salvaging station to repair my gear, I guess. I don't know exactly what this does. That face when you're maidenless. Don't we all need a hoe? I think sometimes... Honestly, the hoe is slept on. Wait, I need scrapping parts? Okay. Can I get parts from dismantling a bar? No, you need to scrap gear. Okay. Well, that's useful but terrible. It's probably more useful when I start finding gear. Okay. Can I make an anvil? I can make one later. Okay. Let's start Stardewing it up. Oh, wait. A lantern seems very useful. Okay, I understand why the game is now dark. There's many beneficial things. Okay, let's just make a sword right away, just so if I do see slimes when I go mine. I can't start my farming fun yet. I want to start my Stardew doing, if you will. But I cannot yet. I don't have like a bug net or anything. I feel like I would get a bug net. Alright. The fact that I am now like radioactive glowing, probably not the best for my health. But in the short term, kinda pog. Now, I hope... So, okay. See these slimes right here? These slimes look identical to the slimes that are in Boktai 2. A game that I need to continue because I just remembered just now that I've only played part 1 of that Let's Play playthrough. If anyone saw that, or just go on Google right now, look up Boktai 2 slime, and then look at those. There's a specific like red slime or whatever. Literally, is just that. Like I'm assuming they took inspiration from that. Just hold them in your mouth. Oh yeah, I've been getting talents like Oblivion, which I need to peep in a second. Did I level up anything? Oh, do I only have... Oh no, they're points per tree. Okay. So we're getting our part RuneScape, by the way. We got our like our leveling up system. Die slime. Making that good goo sound. I spelled Boktai correctly. You did. But if you look them up, you know what I'm talking about, right? Because it literally is that. Like with the little like goo center. Okay, look, we found something. That's Stardew-esque, the little like breaking of boxes. Every game is just Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is like the Dark Souls of games. Okay, here we go. That like goo sound effect just reminds me of the Candyland early CD-ROM PC game, which is definitely a that is a deep cut take if you're unaware of what that game is, but if you are aware, then you know what's up. There's also fishing in this game. As you can see, there's fish. I think I need a more direct route back to base. Do I want to have my base here? Probably. Is it a not safe for work thing? No, it's just Candyland. Here, wait. Do we pull it up? Do we pull up the lore? One second, I have to go buy followers real quick. And then I'll look up the lore. One second here. Just for the this is for the lore, this is for the culture. I'm pulling it up. Give me a second. I gotta turn on Chrome. I use Firefox as my primary browser. For streaming, I use Chrome. Alright. Candyland. Oh, they're retyping because everyone bans the link. Yeah. Oh, banning the link. That's a good idea. I should do that for sure. Cannot easily find... Alright, don't worry. I got you guys. I could even show my own playthrough. Here, wait. Where's the Chrome button? I have a Chrome button somewhere in here. Where's my Chrome button? If I don't have a Chrome button, I'll just throw it up. Chrome large cam. Alright. We're gonna switch over to the Chrome cam, I guess. Doesn't work, yeah, you need a different thing to ban. I'll just manually ban people like a absolute idiot. Candyland PC game. Long play. Where is the Candyland PC? Here it is. Okay, this game right here, first of all, slaps. Like, you don't understand how much this game slaps. Can Can you hear this, by the way? You should be able to hear this,
How
right?
nice of you to visit us here in Candyland. Are you playing by yourself
Oh,
or are you
hell
playing
yeah.
with friends? Game options.
Okay, I should, skip ahead just because I don't want to die of starvation in-game. Also, look at that Sonic sound effect. Did you hear that ring? Or, like, the checkpoint? It's not exactly the same, but where's... I need to find the goo junction.
Red, your turn.
Where is it?
A green candy.
Okay, here's part of it. Let's see if we hear the... It might be this part right here. Yeah, wait, you know what? We'll skip ahead. Alright, ready? Listen with your ears to hear the splort sound.
Just click on the candy machine.
Okay.
The time is right to make a fabulous ice cream sundae. You can set it free on the ice
Get a
cream
little verbose. Alright, see that? Listen to that. That sound effect right there, I feel like might actually be the sound effect they used in the game. Like the blorp sound. Like that. You hear that, right? Now when you kill the slime in game, you also hear that. Also, this is... I don't even know what the hell this guy's doing for his Sunday. That's a little overkill. But still, now you have context for that. Here's the additional context. Box tie 2. Slime. Let's see if we can find it. The fact that you just can't even find it, that's very sad. It's not called a slime though. It's called like a soul or something. Oh man, oh, enemies. I might have to literally go to my own Let's Play thing to show you because this game doesn't have coverage, which is sad. Bee, bat, gargoyle, crow. Why is there no images? Come on, guys. Anyone? This is Boktai 1. Bruh. Oh, here we go. Look at these slimes. Look at them and tell me that's not the exact same thing. I mean, color scheme wise, it's like inverted, but still. I see developers of this game. I see you. Now that diversion is over, back to the game. I see you. I feel like I know them. I have this hidden connection. Unless it was just completely coincidental, but I really think those slimes are just like the ones in my garage. Nice. Salt, you have a lot of things in your garage, I would assume. A lot of things that shouldn't belong there, I assume. Based on the overall cadence and tone of how you interact with the chat here. Mostly slimes. Just slimes and crimes. Alright, the fact that we can, like, combine things for food is kind of awesome. So here's, like, regen. And we'll add some spice to it. Let's make a spicy stew. Oh, I just realized that maybe there isn't recipes for everything. Okay, I just made a hearty pepper wrap. Alright, the cooking mechanic is kind of very straight fire. Movement speed, health regen. We got some, like, god tier food right here. Look at that. Oh, there you go. You have to pass a few deeper levels to get to the skeletons. Like a Binding of Isaac. You have the basement, then you have the depths. I see how it is. Alright. I don't know why I feel the need to be, like, trying to speed run this game. Or, like, not speed run, just, like, I feel like I want to play by running around and being fast. There's no need. Just take your time. There's literally no reason to do that. What did I need? I needed something. I needed... Oh, the goo. I need more slime for the lantern. I see. But first we need a hoe. Hoe achieved. Now we need a wetty can. A can for our wet seeds. Let's put these. Is there a quick seed button? Is there a quickly put away things button? Answer seems to be no. At least on controller. I'm not entirely sure. Lots of seeds. Okay. I now kind of understand why people are like, oh, it's Stardew Valley. I mean, there is, like, crops. I guess? Kind of a weird comparison, though. Man, I wish I was glowing. When I play Stardew, I really wanted to do was explore mines without worrying about getting back to bed in time. Yeah, shoutouts to Stardew Valley in that regard. With the constant... Pretty much when I play Stardew Valley, when I'm playing co-op, I almost... What I'll do is I manage the farm, or I'll manage, like, the crops. And then, once I have, like, the crops all planted for, like, the season, because I have sprinklers, I'm just like, alright, time to go mining. Time to go grind out some, gear. Best in slot gear. And then try to do the, later mine. Hiya. Oh, I've been smacked. But you hear that, right? You hear the splorp sound? Like, you hear it, what I'm talking about. From that Candyland game. Like, it has to be, like, the same sound library. Just, like, royalty-free sounds. Or not royalty-free, but, like, sound pack. I feel like I'm seeing the stuff. I'm seeing stuff that wasn't meant to be seen. I'm gonna eat this burrito. One thing I'm initially thinking about this game is that the story, there is a story at the beginning a little bit. There's like a little bit of a story where it's like, okay, you get lost in a cave. Like there's like a 2-second cutscene at the beginning. It's like, oh, you got lost in this cave. Now, part of me wants a little bit more motivation for what I'm doing. Because I feel like Terraria does that. Terraria does it well where there's like you get knocked into a world, right? And it's very open, you can do whatever the hell you want. But there's kind of like an element of like, there's a guide. There's NPCs, you know? There's the guide, you unlock the merchant and stuff like that. It kind of eases you in. Right now, I have no idea what I'm doing. Although, to be fair, Terraria, I'm just used to it by now. It's pretty obtuse, like, trying to figure out how to do the bosses and all that. If you didn't know. Yeah, bosses can attack you on some... Oh yeah, the bosses can just naturally attack you to, like, kind of get you to figure out what you're doing. But I have the power of Twitch chat on my side. They'll never lead me astray, and they'll always help me figure out what I'm doing. Heartberry. Now, here's something kind of funny. Like, this is kind of a joke. What if instead of a heartberry, right? What if you took out the H and the E of heartberry and you put an F there instead? That would be pretty funny, I think. I'm gonna start clearing some land over here. So I'm gonna see what happens when my pickaxe breaks. I'm gonna start clearing some land for farming. Okay, the pickaxe is broken. Does that mean I can now shatter it into 1,000,000 pieces? And now I get scrap, which means I can eventually make a pickaxe that's... Like, I can repair this instead of not doing that. That'll be pretty cash money pog. It'll be pretty Froggers, the new adventures. Oops. Can I pick up torches? Yes, you can. Have any of you guys played the Frogger extended game universe? Like, the other Frogger games? Like, there was like a Frogger GameCube game where it's like a 3D, like, action adventure game where you play as, like, hyper-realistic tall Frogger and you go through, like, the bayou. It's really weird. I rented it as a kid and I got stuck. Couldn't figure it out. There's a lot of, like, forbidden games that I rented from Blockbuster as a wee child. Does the Bayou still have cars as hazards? No, I don't think... That's the thing. I don't think you do any of that. It's called... I think it's called Frogger, The New Adventure. The New Adventures or something. You don't do any of that stuff. It's just like frog... There's like a frog universe. There's the frog... Oh, God. Oh, running. Alright, wait 1 second. Additional ore plus visible ore distance. That seems useful, but additional ore also seems useful. But I don't think I can even put points into that yet until I max this, maybe? Don't know. But yeah, like... It's like some completely new game where, like... I can describe the villains, at least from my memory. Like, the villains were like the Pinocchio villains, which I'm also describing from memory, where it's just like a band of ruffians. Honestly, I could be completely wrong, because, like, I haven't played that game in forever. Definitely want a modern 3D Frogger fan game. Honestly, that would be great if there was, like, a Frogger... Do one of those funny, like, stream bait Twitch games, where... But it's Frogger. Call it Pogger. No, just... It's like Frogger, but it's, like, with the funny physics, like the Fall Guys... like, funny physics game. Like, hey, what if we made Frogger, but, like, all the cars had zero gravity? And, like, it's just kind of unfun to play, because funny physics are fun to look at, until you realize, like, it's inconsistent every time you want to do anything. It's just kind of annoying. I have a beef with funny physics in, like, games like Fall Guys, where it's, like, Fall Guys is kind of tight controls. It's not, like, as... funny physics as like a human fall flat or whatever, but like games that are like, okay, be precise, but also we have the funny physics, or just they rub me the wrong way. Games like Wobble Dogs, which we'll probably play more of today, maybe. That I can get behind, because like, who cares if there's funny physics in that game? You don't have to like have crisp movement, you know. Check this out. Okay, see that X in the ground? I'm gonna bet you 1 billion Bitcoin that X contains something if we dig it up with a shovel. Which now makes me want to make a shovel, but I feel like I should make a... I feel like I really should make a watering can. I'm gonna make a watering can just so we can start farming, because it seems like that would be the ideal thing to do. So dig on through here. Get my farm going. I'm starting to see the appeal already with the, just like... I'm doing the RuneScape thing a little bit of like, alright, you know what? I'm gonna make my own task, like... What do I want to do right now? Let's make a farm. I don't know, I like the idea that I can kind of freeform my, my experience a bit. Make my farm over here. That lantern would be very nice to have. But, well, okay, you know what? No, we'll do this. It's just it's a luxury. We don't need it right now. I think this is more important. Being able to, like, put down very, very specifically Stardew looking, like, patches like this, and growing all my good. Is there's really not a way to, like, quickly... Is it maybe double tap or something? Really, no way of quickly... getting stuff in your inventory like that. That's, at least on controller. Maybe there is, and it's you hold a button down. Maybe it's like you hold. Okay, here's stack. Here's splitting a stack. Did I just throw that out? What? Why does that just go away? Did it just go away? No, wait. I think I've just been, or I've been dropping them. Okay. So that's the dropping button. This is splitting a stack. Is this instant grab? No. No. Okay, weird, just wacky. Let's grow some crops. Okay, elements of Stardew are appearing in my mind. I just filled up the glug glug jug. And now we can water. Okay, but how much attention do we need to give these crops? Probably not nearly as much. I'm gonna go out on a whim and say that, well, first of all, is it gonna be like Stardew in which we can't walk within the planted area, if you know what I'm saying? Like how there's, like the plants will grow and be unwalkable? We'll see. This game is not Stardew, because Stardew is a not having enough time to do everything you want in a day simulator. I played 50 hours before getting turned off by the meta unproductivity. Yeah, Stardew Valley stresses me out. And there is no, okay, so here's the deal. And I've played I've played Rune Factory, and I've played what's Harvest Moon, right? But Stardew, for some reason, just like there is no actual stakes a lot of the time. It's like, oh cool, like all you need to do is bomb pepper. Weird. Like there's no stakes. It's just like, hey, Stardew Valley, play just, you know, go at your own pace. But when it's like you have to remember people's birthdays, and I have like the wiki up to try to be optimal. Like my brain can't relax and play a game like that. It has to be like I need to be optimal, which is just like not good for fun. I think once I finally hit the end of the game, technically the end, where like you get your farm rated or whatever. Once I hit that point, I think I'll feel a lot better about the game, maybe, because I won't worry about the deadline. And the thing is, like, even if the end of the game comes before you do everything, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can just keep retrying until you have the perfect farm. Like, you can go on forever. But still, there's something about that game that just, like, I feel like I'm wasting precious time every time I do something. So I just get that stress. I feel like you can't play a game like RuneScape, which I've gotten vaguely back into, and a game all about like efficiency, and then go to something like a Stardew and enjoy your time. But you know what? Ow. Okay. As long as I don't get gooed on, we can kind of slow it down a little bit here. Enjoy our time in the cave with the dubious monsters that make interesting sounds. So, I've talked about my rental experiences a lot of the times in most of these streams. But do you guys have any, like, renting games experience, or, like, rented movies and stuff like that? Like, stories from the past, because that was a very big part of my childhood that kind of isn't relevant anymore. Here we go. Also, it made me feel really old today because I was watching a YouTube video that was in my recommended, and in the YouTube video, the guy, it was like some like critique on like Seth MacFarlane movies or something like that. I'm like, you know what, I'm eating breakfast, I'll throw this on. It's a good amount of time. I started watching the video, and the guy was just like, yeah, I'm so nostalgic, like, man, this movie Ted was my whole childhood. Like, man, I used to watch like this as a kid all the time. I'm like, man, that movie came out in like 2015 or something. Like, yikes. My childhood. The movie with dinosaurs getting band-aids put on their injuries to be a real thing we rented. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I used to watch like Land Before Time. Alright, wait, are you talking about like like is it like Puppets, like Dinosaurs, the sitcom show, or like it was a movie? It could have been there's a movie, was it like there's some movie called like Theodore Rex or something like that. It's like a skateboarding. It's like a skateboarding dinosaur, like to be hip and cool. I might die. I mean, I'm probably fine. I want to get back to HQ though. People in costumes had train, look sort of like Barney. Okay, yeah, this is the kind of like forbidden like lore that I'm looking for. Like things that you remember, but you can't remember the name of. And like I had games like that, and I have a GBA game that for the longest time it was like Tetris, but instead of you used like building blocks, like human civilization, and it was like this weird Tetris game. It turns out it's called Fortress, and I have it now. It's like some bargain bin game. But just like stuff like that. And also I remember, do you guys remember the movie Jack Frost? And then there's also like, it's like there's like a movie called like Snow Dad or something. Well, or maybe it's also called Jack Frost. I think there's 2 Jack Frost movies. You know what? I think it is they're both called Jack Frost. And one of them is about a dad who gets like killed and his body gets turned into like the spirit of a snowman or something. And the other one is about like a killer Jack Frost snowman. And every time I would go to the rental store, I would see both of them and think they were the same movie and just kind of like conflate them. They're both terrifying, but yeah. Okay, these are growing good. Looks like looking good over here. We have plenty of ore. All right, now we have plenty of stuff to do more stuff with. All right, we don't have any more like. Okay, actually we can make some glowing food. A train? Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you. Dinosaurs getting band-aids, and they had a train and looked kind of like Barney. It could be some weird local like thing. Some lost media. It's like pretty early for me right now. Still, I woke up pretty early. I'm like exhausted. But I'm like, I gotta get on the streaming grind while I can. Okay, lantern. Hell yeah. Lantern, shovel as well. Boom. Now we're starting to get tools now. How do I equip this to the offhand? I see. Wait, there's equipment slots. I just realized. I'm interested in this. Let's put this away. Tin ore. So is my lantern like an infinite thing, I guess? Alright, what's the next stage of humanity here? We need copper anvil, and then the tin workbench we need a lot more tin than what we have. So we have to figure that out. That's like the big thing to do. This is the smaller tech right here. Okay, we can make the wood fit or the copper fit. And honestly, we kind of have a ton of copper, so we might as well make the other fit. Are these harvestable yet? I don't know if am I just prodding these plants? I think I'm just prodding these plants unnecessarily. Oh, okay, wait. 1, I don't think that's done yet. And 2, it does matter. It is the Stardew thing of, like, it does matter. You can't walk through the plants. So we shall mine accordingly, or we shall farm accordingly. Now, I think the question here is, like, this game has been done, like, a lot by now. And it's always cool to see new stuff in, like, the genre, I guess. But, like, I need to keep seeing what is different about this. Because it is enough to be, like, I don't know, is it enough to just be a good version of this kind of game? Or do they need, like, some crazy stuff? Let's pluck these out. I mean, the farming element alone, like that aspect, is gonna pull a lot of people. Oh man, I accidentally just broke that before it was done. That's very good. Keep destroying my own farm. Those look like the Shiverthorn from Terraria. But I mean, it's just blue plant. That's not really like that game changing. Like, you know, not everything has to be the Terraria thing. Dirt wall. Lots of dirt. For dirting. Okay, cool. We can actually start making the fit. Let's just cook these. We have glow food now for maximum coolness. The bucket helm. Yeah, I'm down with that. And you know what? We have enough wood that we might as well make the garbage wood armor for now. Okay, the helmet fit is honestly kind of fire. Now, what do we got here? We got to eat the goo. The goobule plant. And I guess let's expand our efforts forward. Because we're slowly just getting faster and faster at mining. What is in here? Anything? There was a seed. I was correct. In my assumption that that would be something. Alright. We're mining a lot faster. We're mining a lot faster nowadays with our 2 upgrades. Building out our Dwarf Fortress base. Man, Dwarf Fortress is like really cool. If you're unfamiliar, it's like this freeware PC game that is like made with ASCII art, but is just like this crazy, like super complicated, a million things can happen cool game. And it is coming to Steam technically, just so the developer could get some more money, because it's like a passion project. Ooh, extra items. But if you've never played Dwarf Fortress, it's definitely worth checking out. Wait, which game is Dwarf Fortress? It's the one that is like, it looks like it runs in a command prompt terminal and is really good. It's just really complicated and pretty unintuitive to learn. Although there's mod packs and a million different like things. Yeah, there's like a million different things to make it a little bit easier to like get into. Let me eat some more food in a second. That game is cool, and I really couldn't get into it, but they are releasing it on Steam with like adjusted stuff. Like they're it's gonna be released on Steam with like a custom texture pack thing and some quality of life stuff, which will be pretty cool. Maybe I'll give it a shot again then. I've tried to get into it several times, the past. And it always is like, I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I figured out some of the basic stuff. Like, I actually have the proper team. Like, I have a proper setup of dwarves that, like, will actually, you know, be able to survive. I set up a base, and then I have that all set up. I actually, like, do stockpiles, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. And then it becomes, like, really, like, complicated. Yeah. The deal is, like, when you're on, like, you can look up the tutorial, and it's, like, a 50-part tutorial series. Each video is, like, an hour long. It makes it pretty hard to want to even try to learn. I don't know. That game, in that regard, that is like is hard. It is very hard to get into in that way. But I think it would be worth getting into, and it would be worth trying again. Especially when they add some of the when the Steam release comes out, which will be interesting, I think. Because it's basically, the developers said, like, hey, we're taking some free, like, texture packs that already exist, like, and we, like, paid the developer of that to, like, make a custom one for the actual release of the game. And it looks really nice. I mean, I don't mind the, like, ASCII art stuff. It just, honestly, the ASCII stuff just makes it really, it kind of makes it confusing in some regards, like what some certain symbols mean. So I think by having the visual aspect would actually help a good amount. And you can already play Dwarf Fortress right now with a lot of quality of life mods and texture packs and stuff. But still, at its core, it can be difficult, but the difficultness of it is nice because it means there's like a million things you can do. Okay, bomb. That does damage and explodes. I should save that probably for maybe a boss. That seems like a move to do. Did you guys see the big news, the Oscar news, where Will Smith slapped Chris Rock? Which is just like, I mean, kind of a huge bruh moment, and he was like pissed. Like I saw, there's like, you can see the there was like a broadcast, like a foreign broadcast of the Oscars that had like simul-dubbing basically, and so you can see the uncensored clip. And he's just dropping F-bombs. He is, like, pissed off. On, like, live television. Well, live-ish television. And, honestly, it was crazy. To ensure that I've seen that clip. Yeah. Well, what's funny is that I honestly didn't care. But it's just been on memes. Like, it's on every type of... Anything where you find memes. Any community where you've seen a meme... Bruh, what was that? I heard big footstep. Any community where you have a meme, it's been memed. But yeah, that situation's just like, I mean, it was a joke. It was in poor taste. But no one's kind of innocent in there. I mean, probably Chris Rock is the most innocent because it was a joke, whatever. But at the same time, it's just like, that's just good for everyone's careers. Like, you're just getting that, like, everyone's talking about you. It's probably a good thing from that perspective. And no one did anything so bad that it was, like, that negative. So I think it's a net win for everyone who was involved. Everyone who was involved in that shenanigans, it's, like, kind of a positive PR boost. So, you know, you can't be too mad about it. At least there's something interesting happened. As opposed to the regular Oscars, which is just stupid. It's something to talk about. Alright, dig up this. Check that out. Look at that. I used the shovel for the first time on the playthrough. Wait a minute, though. Okay, wait a minute. I just realized something. I need dirt ground. I need to move the dirt in order to use the dirt. I can't just manifest dirt out of nowhere, out of thin air. There we go. Look at this. No, no, no. Yes. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. I've been digging through one of the servers looking for the exact things I hated in Stardew. Oh man. I've played I cannot imagine playing that game with more than co-op. Like co-op I think is pretty good. I cannot imagine playing with like a horde of people. I can't imagine that being any fun. And you know what, the big problem with games like that, when you have like a big conglomerate. Oh, I just found like Link's outfit. Hell yeah. When you have like a big conglomerate of people playing in your server, like in Terraria, this like happens every time you play like Terraria or something like that. You'll have like 8 people all wanting to play the first day. And then after the first day, then everyone is like, oh, cool. Now, like, some of the people can't make it. All right, whatever. Then you make progress. And then those people are like, oh, I don't want to, you made too much progress without me. I don't want to continue. And then you lose more people. And you keep losing people until you have, like, 2 people left. All right, we got scraps. We got a bunch of stuff. We got Gopper. You'll never take me alive, Copper. Let's put the mushrooms in here. I mean, might as well put this food away. I'm wondering, because right now it seems like any scrap you get, maybe weapons will have different scrap requirements, but like, it seems like any amount of scrap that you get fully repairs. Are these done growing? It fully repairs things. Which means that, like, one scrap from something, you could probably, I don't know, use any scrap to just be really good. I think I was supposed to deliver a fish to Jody by 7 p.m., so I was inside their house with the fish talking to her, probably wasting iridium tier fish as a gift that she didn't like before exiting the house, re-entering to give her the exact fish to ensure the cutscene. Yeah. I don't know. That game is weird. That game, I feel like, for people who don't play games, for people who are like, who never play any video games, really, I think that game is like a perfect game. It feels pretty casual and like nice, but for people who play games too much, it has like I feel like it has like anti-power gaming tech. Like, they don't want you to be optimal. And the thing is, like, you shouldn't. Like, you really shouldn't be out here grinding, like, if you really wanted to be efficient in that game, you could, like, map out every single person's, like, route and know all their favorites, and then have a route where you have every single item and just hit every single person in the town, like, every week. Which is just not fun. Maybe it's fun for some people, but like, yeah. Or you could play like super lazy, just like do whatever, but then at the same time, I don't want my granddad's ghost to come yell at me. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Finally, pants. Cool, we're kind of kitted. We're kitted up a bit. Let's dismantle my pants into scrap. Time to go get murdered by a boss now that I'm woefully unprepared to fight. Here we go. I can only assume it's a boss because it's loud thumping. I should probably rebind torches to be closer. As they are now, they're quite far away. Okay. It's Big Daddy over here. In awe of the size of this lad over here. Oh, this doesn't look good at all for me. Oh man. Go away. So, I have like some food. I could definitely use some better food. Yeah. Brother. Nah. Oh god. Okay, chill. Well then. Is the game any more interesting if you avoid interacting with villagers aside from shooting them with a slingshot? I mean, like, oh god. I think Stardew is like fun and cool. And I like the interactions, but I'm also, when you play multiplayer, it doesn't pause the time for cutscenes like it does in single player. So when you're playing multiplayer, I just skip the cutscenes, thus just ignoring the point of the game, which is like S-links. I really should, you know, be paying attention to these because it's like the core fun part of the game. Also, hell yeah, I just found inventory expanding. But, you know, it's like you'll literally just like pass out if you get a cutscene at night that you weren't trying to get. I don't know. Sometimes some things about the game are interesting. Crude bomb. Oh wait, yeah, I have bombs. Oh, and a fishing rod. Hell yeah. Okay, well I can get fish now. Alright, let's kit up real quick. So... yeah, what is this game? Team Fortress 2? We have a big bomb, and here's the crude bomb. Shows to the movie The Croods. And The Croods 2, Continental Drift. Both movies I haven't seen, but I like to make fun of because their names are funny. It's conceptually funny that that movie exists to me, and I don't know why. Alright, here's the deal, right? We got the bomb. We have some glowy food. Let me just upgrade this ability real quick. So, we got some glowy food. So now we can see. But, I really want to place these bombs down on the boss. Try to take him down. Teach him a lesson. Oof. I really can't be getting hit, though. Also, this game desperately needs a dodge roll as one of the buttons. I don't know why it does not have a dodge roll. It really feels like there should be one. I have a feeling that that will probably be implemented. Okay, cool. What I need to do also is, like, I should probably craft, like, that ultra regen food. I mean, I have no business really fighting this boss right now. But I'm still gonna at least try for content. Because I'm gonna waste my bombs. Because I think the boss heals when I'm no longer near it. Caveling skull? Nice. Alright, boss. Oh, I'm dead. Wasn't even close to being alive there. I thought I just got stuck and died. Okay, we keep all of our... oh, God. Let me yawn. We keep all of our stuff. I guess. No, we don't. We keep our tools. Can I get my stuff if I go back to the gravestone? Maybe. Signs pointing to maybe not, which is why I should probably put stuff away. Which I was kind of thinking. So we keep whatever's on our, like, active bar. That's kind of nice. Oh, I lost my fishing rod. Alright, let's give this boss another... not shot at fighting, but... Bruh. Come on. I wonder if there's a way to de-goo the ground. I feel like there probably is. Speaking of that. Alright, if I get stomped on one more time, I'm gonna die probably, so let's eat. I just want to try to get near that grave site just to see if I can get stuff back. I don't think that's how this works at all. Yeah, I just got the tombstone. Okay, big sad. So we now know that when we go fight a boss, just carry in what we want to lose. So we lost a lot of dirt and a lot of random shit. And all of our wood. So death is pretty bad in this game. At least they let us keep some stuff. Okay. Yeah, smash these. I think we take a break from this game and we put over some dog content. We'll get murked. We'll take a intermission. We'll switch it over to some dog tent. Because why not? Throw this out here for now. I'll run a Twitch ad real quick while I switch over to some dog content. Where's my wobbling dogs coming down the track? Here they are. Man, Wobble Dogs has been slapping, to be honest. It's quite good. And I look forward. I look forward to any hopefully future updates to this game. Which I think is just a little too loud. So let's lower it a bit. That's probably better. Let's... oh wait, I have to cursed dogs.